Good morning, everyone. It's Trader Rob. Today is Tuesday, January 20th. Had some really nice movement here. Pretty much from the 11 o'clock last night all the way up until this morning. We've had some pretty nice moves in the market. If we remember, we gave you guys a setup here on the ES for a long at the 68, 48, 75. So as a signal into my signal member group. And this signal has been sitting here for probably about a week and a half, 2 weeks. We did tap into it early this morning. Right away, you got your TP1. Really barely any drawdown throughout the entire trade, but if you went to break even after TP1, you would have gotten knocked out just with TP1 here. But this was a big trade. I mean, this was almost 6 points, 5.5 points on the ES. And we finally got a nice little push here to take TP2 in as well. So that was a nice trade. What I'm looking at here for this morning, actually, let's just get rid of this guy. What I'm looking for here this morning on the ES is a short at the 69.0250, targeting the 68.9750, TP2 at the 68.9350, with a stop at the 69.09. Let's see if this thing goes away. 75. So that's the setup I'm looking at on the ES. The NQ. Got a pretty big area here. We're going to see probably two reactionary points here at the 25,376. Possibly at the 25,382. TP1 at the 25,366. TP2 at the 25,360. With a stop at the 25,390. Let's get my ATM set, which we are. What I'm looking at in gold, possible entry at the 4679.6, targeting the 4685 and the 4689. Possible second entry. This is going to be a really good risk to reward down here, 4673.8, with a stop at the 4670. I'll explain this trade here in a little bit. Let's just keep an eye here on the NQ. This one looks like it might be coming in pretty quickly. Where's my chat at? I'd rather see this one breathe here a little bit. Did have a nice little move out of here. This one's coming quick. see here what kind of reaction we get here at the 25,265.75. And currently I have a 15-point stop, 15-point take profit ATM set right now. So I'm going to wait for my candle confirmation here. And we'll see if we get a trade here this morning. That's awesome, Travis. Kind of dicking around with gold last night and took a 40 tick winner, and then took a setup to go short, and that was right at the rip. I mean, gold just ripped for, I mean, it was in consolidation what felt like for a day and a half. And it was just bouncing off these ranges that were very easy to trade, but definitely got me. So it just took me right back to, I think there was probably about a 60 ticks. I think I was down like $20 in total. All right, this is pretty aggressive right now. So that took TP1 pretty quickly. Let's see if we get a footprint or not. Let's see, or if they sweep here. No footprint confirmation for me there. This thing can give me a footprint there. Okay, there's a little sweep there. You can see how many. Look at the delta there on that sweep. This should move to the upside here. Let's see. All right. So I think at best this gave you TP1. Without hitting that sweep right there. That sweep was a little unfortunate, but it's what the market needed. So we do have Supreme Court opinion at 9 a.m. here this morning, so in about 18 minutes. So definitely going to keep that on the radar. Morning, Flav. Morning, Todd Lewis. Michael, good morning. Key, good morning. Travis, good morning. Remember, we have the setup here on the ES sitting at the 690250, targeting the 6897.50 and the 6893.50, and a stop at the 6909.75. So that's on the ES. We'll stay over here on the NQ. Let's take a look at gold here. And you guys, hopefully, if you guys are watching the live stream yesterday, was it yesterday? Just a small headline came out on tariffs, and the market whipsawed pretty damn hard. So we definitely got to be very aware of that here at 9 a.m. or leading up to it, I should say. Good job, Keith. I wish I would have got any footprint confirmation there on any. I would have been anywhere in that shaded box. I would have been long right there for 15 points, and that would have been a great trade. Morning, Coach Cleats. Morning, AP. And a little setup here at the 25,224. Targeting the 25,239 and the 249 with the stop at the 25,201. About 11 minutes here for top of the hour. I think I gotta go get my sweatshirt. I'm freezing. So today was the first day on my Discord that we started our live charting session. So for those of you that want to learn how to chart my 5 and 15-minute levels, which is pretty much the foundational piece to my strategy, I do that now every morning on Discord at 7:45. And I may even start that a bit earlier, just to kind of give me some time to get down here. Because I'm actually doing that, I'm doing that from my workstation upstairs, which is kind of strange. It's not the most convenient because my kids are obviously getting ready for school or leaving for school. My wife's taking my youngest daughter to school. So it's kind of a busy intersection where my workstation is at. But it works. I think people just want the information. They don't give a shit about the noise. All right. Oh wow, France supports the EU Parliament's wish to suspend the EU-US trade deal. A lot of stuff going on here today. And I am still on a 15 point stop, 15-point TP ATM. I'm at reduced risk right now. I'm at three contracts. It probably should be probably at 2, just based on the volatility right now. But 3 seems to be a good spot. About 9 minutes here for the top of the hour. I'm gonna do a lag check on YouTube too, just to see what we're currently what our latency is currently set at. I've been hovering right around 5 to 10 seconds on YouTube, under about a second on my Signal portal. Morning, Nate. That is correct, AP. So whenever I hover over my buttons, it just it gives me a preview of my ATM. So you can see here 3 contracts, 1515. So the numbers that you see on the right there are the what points I'm looking for. And if I switch over to like a 2 target system, then you'll also see what the targets, how their ratios are spread out. So it's kind of a little preview of my ATM. And it's nice because I can actually change my stop loss and my take profits right from the preview, which obviously you can't do on Ninja and on the regular chart trader. We're kind of getting into a little iffy zone here now. 6 minutes into the top of the hour. Order books have thinned out pretty good. Pretty strong, actually. I think a lot of people are waiting for this 9 o'clock hour. So the NQ's got a bunch of contracts sitting at the 360. So right here at my TP2 area. 380s are pretty strong too. I like it. Don't know if we'll get an opportunity here. I am going to take my resting limit order off of the ES, so I'll kind of have to manually do this one. Kind of hate that, but kind of hoping that we might tap into it on that earlier push to the upside, but it doesn't seem like we're going to get that. So the poly markets had the Supreme Court opinion going not in favor of the administration, so against them. That's what the poly markets have. And now I'm kind of looking at some of the government officials also kind of feeling like that might not happen. Really close to 9 a.m. here. Just really don't think it might be the most prudent play here, but That's where liquidity's sitting at, so this might be a drop right here. They reloaded. This is actually a good short right here. Damn it. This is a really good short right here. They just reloaded on the 260s. I'm sorry, the 360s. So they're defending that spot pretty good. That would have been probably a quick 15-pointer. There's going to be a retest here of the 360s. They loaded right back up on this one. Obviously, I love that footprint confirmation right there. Gives you tops really well. Yeah. The line in the sand right now is the 360s. They're defending that really well. Let's see what kind of news. Bookmap went a little nutty, but I mean, that was a great short right there. No, not right there. Right here. That would have been great short. Just timing wasn't perfect. Timing wasn't great at all. But that was a scenario where level 2 gave you the entire picture on that. There was a brick wall right here at the 360s. They tapped into it, and the second they moved from it, they reloaded everything right back in at 360. That's why they did a retap, and it's another move to the downside. I guess if I wasn't such a wuss with the Supreme Court situation. Watch, and if they say they did delay this again, that'll be a happy camper. And guys, this is just, this is just precaution. Obviously, in scenarios where something as important as tariffs have been, you get a headline that comes out and the market takes, a 300-point swing. You can't rely on your stop losses to get you your stops to get you out of a position. So you're putting accounts at risk as well when you're in that. Trust me, every ounce of my body wanted that short right there. I mean, it was a great footprint confirmation. The level 2 was great. I just, with the news that's right on the horizon, didn't think it was the prudent play. Obviously, that could have probably gotten me about good 45, 50 points, but it's neither here nor there. Julian, so if you just go into the on the homepage, you go to Trader Tools or Resources, and you'll see the volume composite profile, which I use is from ChartSpots. But there's a link to it in the Trading Tools. So it's the last channel in the Signal service, and it's in my Discord as well under Resources. And having a hard time with your name, Sadigo. I know I probably butchered that, but yeah, you can grab the strategy. I'll put it in the chat here. There's a website where you can grab the strategy. You can download all my strategies that I have in gold, oil, and the 50-minute Rob reversal. Anybody watching join the live stream on Discord this morning for the charting session? You got it, bud. I was actually thinking I might need to like create like an alias Discord name or username so that I can log into my server and watch the oil, gold, and 50-minute Rob reversal, because that's trading right now. The way I've been doing it since I moved down to the studio in the basement is I leave those strategies running upstairs, but I really don't ever really know the results until I finish the live stream here, or maybe when I get some coffee. So I was thinking, I'm like, all right, cool. Now that it's live streaming on Discord, I've got all 3 of the strategies running, and they're live streaming it upstairs, or I'm live streaming it upstairs. I'm like, oh yeah, I could just log in and see what the results were. But the second I log in under my Trader Rob account, it knocks off the live stream, because I can't be logged in 2 places when you're live streaming. So that didn't work. So blurry on the Discord. Is it still blurry? Better not be, because I paid for the upgraded server settings to get me the 1080p on the resolution for my live streams and increase the amount of seats that people can watch on Discord. It shouldn't be blurry, but if it is, I'll take a look at it tonight. I haven't live streamed up there in a long time. I haven't recorded up there in a long time. Yes, sir, AP. Those are the absolute 2 best range settings for your footprint charts that I have found on the NQ. Yeah, YouTube's a funny platform, algorithm style. So, you know, I was looking at the history of my live streams, and it's every single time is the exact same pattern. So like the days that I'm green, and I really do try to post my trade results right after the stream. I'll go in and save the video with, you know, what my P&L was for the day. So if either I'm green or red. But I was looking at the analytics of the videos over the last like 2-3 months, and it's funny that the highest viewed live streams, obviously during the stream, it's practically the same people, I would think, every day, minus the new people that stumble upon it. But I'm talking about the views afterwards that it's posted. My red days are by far the most outperforming videos that I have, which I thought was kind of funny. I guess nobody likes to see green unless you're trading. They love to see you lose, I guess. Which doesn't make sense to me, but... let's see what gold's doing here. Gold had a nice little reaction to that area. Oh my God, are you kidding me? They delayed the Supreme Court ruling again. They're going to take a 4-week recess. The next possible date for tariffs ruling is February 20th. What a joke. What a joke. All right, so I can go back into the ES and let's set this parameter here. I don't know why I didn't take it there. Okay, and then let's move this guy. Why does it do that? Finicky, why does it grab the line too? I gotta see where that line was at. I gotta put it underneath here. I think it's right. Let's see. Mm, 68.97. 68.97.50. All right, so now I got, it's close enough. And then I gotta change my stop right here. All right, so this one's loaded. Now that I know that I don't have tariffs really to worry about. As far as the Supreme Court ruling is, obviously we could always get a headline at any point, but not much I can do about that. Dying to use the bathroom, but I know that at the second I get off my chair, we're going to be in a trade situation. All right, so we got about 15 minutes for IB to be set. Right now, the little setup I'm looking at here on the ES at the 6855, targeting the 6862 and the 65. Let's see, this should be right there. 6859 would be first target, TP1. So this is a setup to go long on the ES here. We still got this set up to go short above us. It's kind of a big stop though. Why such the big stop? Oh, I'm sorry. We can reduce that stop to right here. That's better. Get rid of that guy. Yeah. Looks a lot better. Alright, so we got the ES kind of surrounded. Hey Todd, you might want to switch your view to speaker mode all the way at the top at your view. That'll blow up my screen for you. As far as the ES, the one that I added was the 6855-75, targeting the 6859-75, TP2 at the 6865, and the stop loss at the 6850. Yeah, so you should be able to see my... I'm just looking at your screenshot. You should be able to see what I think everybody could see. Which is exactly what I'm seeing. Oh, Steph said that. Sorry. That makes sense. It's kind of a weird view there, Todd. I'm not sure why you're... So view for speaker should be to the left, and then view for gallery should be on the right. And your Windows maximized in your on your browser, on your monitor. Strange. I think the market was definitely primed for a tariff run here, or I should say a Supreme Court opinion here. Looks like it doesn't even know what it wants to do with itself. Could reload here at the 360s. Coming in pretty strong here. Which is good. Keep breaking some more structure and I will be able to find another area right there. Not great. Not great. Let's see what these areas here do. All right, let's see how this retap at the 360 level, what that leaves us with. IB is pretty much right at our TP1 line, which is right here. We got 5 minutes to IB here. So could get a little violent here too, just because of the amount of stops now. They did reload the 360s, so we'll see how this little tug of war is gonna play out here. Yeah, you can see the delta picking up pretty strongly. Okay, they kind of got through the 360s. Don't see that loading up. Let's see. Nope. They did not reload as much as they did last time. So this little wall here looks like it lost some of its strength. We'll see. That would suck to get 2 consecutive footprint confirmation that 360 and not be able to capitalize. We got ES that's also pretty close. Yeah, but I could definitely see that they did not come in as strong. This second retest of that 360 area. And order book kind of thinned out there. I'm not a fan of that. Psychological number 400s came in now strong. Yeah, we got about a minute for IB to be set, so let me just get that on here. No, this one. A lot of numbers on our chart now. All right, 1 minute to IB. It's kind of a tricky play here. All right, IB is set. There's a lot of consolidation in our TPs. I'm in. Let's see. Saw some pretty good negative, pretty good positive delta there. Unfortunately, we got this entry right here sitting at the 376, but now for those of you on the lower footprint chart of the 20, you got a much better entry than I did. And I just got tagged out. Son of a bitch. Let's see if we could flip this candle here. $20 footprint gave you a really nice footprint confirmation, pretty much right at the IB high on the 20 range. ES is close. Let's see if this gives me a flip here or not. Not happy about that trade. Let's go. ES is very close. You coming for the 400s? Could be possible. Alright, we're in on the ES trade here. Let's see what happens there. I want to keep another eye out on this NQ here. The IB's gotten me 2 days in a row. All right, we took out TP1. Let's go right there. We just got a runner with one contract left here. Come on. Come on, show some strength. I'm out of that one. Go back into the NQ. I don't think I'm interested in this anymore. Just not showing really much continuation here at all. Ah, trade. IB has burnt me twice now. 2 days in a row on that IB trade. So 400s is a possible area for them to come after. I don't know, what am I slid down 300 bucks. You son of a gun. You son of a gun. Let's go. Grab your TP2. All right, who got the ES trade? It's still not done, obviously, but anybody take some profit on that? Oh, UNQ, UNQ. The IB in general had a pretty bad December. From back tested it, I think in like I think it was the day after New Year's. I went through every session. Not with my footprint confirmation. I was just doing resting limit orders because it's very hard for me to back test with the footprint. Kind of annoyed. Kind of annoyed. And I deleted my lines here, so I don't even know what I don't even know if did this hit stop before TPs? I honestly don't even remember now. My entry was here. I could have swore that our entry was right around this high volume node. It was right above here. It should have probably taken TP1 or 2. I don't know. Let me know, chat. Maybe not. Maybe with this wick here, maybe it stopped us out. I really never let trades bother me, but that one really bothered me today. I don't know why. I feel like we're in a pretty damn good zone. Got a good footprint confirmation. Alright, yes, never reached TP2 yet. This wasn't here. This was here. Don't like how that why it keeps grabbing my lines. Might have to lock it, I don't know. Looking at a possible setup here in gold. 47.42, targeting the 47.38.9 and the 47.35.7. I haven't taken a trade in, I took one on my Top Step X, my funded account here. Let's take a stab at it. So 47.42.1, targeting the 47.38.9 and the 47.35.7, with the stop at the 47.47.2. I did say I was going to try to fix my numbers to kind of give it an offset so the X on the order doesn't show up or doesn't cover the number of the digit there, but it's the 47.42.1. Targeting the 47.38.9 and the 47.35.7. But with that being said, I have to use the washroom. I'm dying. Yes, you got to take the TP2. I know you do. All right, I'll leave it on gold for right now. All right, I'm back. Come on. All right, we're in. All right, ES took TP1, TP2. Nice trade there. Let's see what gold wants to do here. All right, and Q's getting close. Let's see here. It did leave some unbalanced volume right here. Don't like that initial reaction in gold though. I would have rather, I'd like to see a quick reaction there. I'm not seeing. Do. That's not the screen I was looking for. Alright, so we did break structure here. Let's see what they've left for us. Kind of just left this little tiny pocket right here. The greatest, because kind of rebalanced that. I don't like that. I don't like that one. Yeah, that is a background. I do got a playlist here that I really like. I'm gonna switch it up here from day to day. Had to do a lot of tweaking with. Let's get back into gold here. Let's see what's going on. Thank you. Drops gold goes up. Let's see. Sorry, one more thing. I'm gonna grab a sweatshirt. All right, I'm back. All right, let's take it there. TP. I'll take TP1 right there. All right. All right, back in the green. I don't know what we got there. Maybe 30 something ticks. Ruler. Well, I got out earlier, but 38 ticks. Kind of small there. Kind of a small one there. But try to get some base hits. Anybody grab some profit on gold? Good job, Nordic. Good job, Keith. Well, that would have taken. That would have gotten my. See, if I just would have waited a little bit on my grab on coming back down for my sweatshirt, probably took another $300 there, $200. That's okay. Good job, Flav. Alright. So I did see there was an area here. It just doesn't look fantastic. I could find a scalp right here, but not super reliable. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Hopefully everybody didn't catch that one. I'm still in it on my TopStepX account, so probably shouldn't be greedy, but it's about a 1 to a 1.5 risk to reward there. As I said, don't be greedy. Very close from target there. All right, let's see what the NQ's got. Brewing. Nice trade on the ES there. That was a beaut. Let me update that. That went for TP1, TP2. Image. Update. Move to channel. Completed signals. Alright. Done with that signal. Get rid of this. Let's get gold. Ooh. I should have taken my profit on my TopStepX account. Just trying to be greedy. All right, so that brings our trade results today to 2 wins, 1 loss. Yeah, Nordic, we got a setup on the ES to go long at the 68.55, targeting the 68.59.75, and TP2 at the 68.75. Stop loss at the 68.50. Still a little butthurt about the NQ IB trade. Otherwise, I think I saw the market really clear this morning. Yeah, see, I didn't even have I had no conviction here. Well, small green day so far. You got a developing 5-minute level right here at the 25,333. That's why I got it marked out here, but would like to see it this break structure. But that could be an easy scalp opportunity there for about 8 to 10 points. This sits right around here. So this dark gray area would be my go zone. Again, would like to see break of structure. All right, YouTube, I think I'm going to call it a morning here. 2 wins, 1 loss. Took a brutal ES, a brutal NQ IB trade there. Kind of stings, still kind of stinging, so I want to get over that one. But stay patient out there. The markets actually are moving pretty decently, so there's definitely... Oh, nice. And it took full take profit on the Top Step X. Beautiful. This is strange. Usually I would have taken out. Nice. Okay, cool. TP1, TP2 on that setup that I left you guys with there on in gold. Obviously, I took TP1, took TP2 on my Top Step X account, my funded accounts. So that was very nice. All right, so Signal members, I'll be with you guys for about another 30-45 minutes. Otherwise, I will see everyone tomorrow morning at the market open at 8:30. And if you're interested in a charting session on how I come up with my levels, which is pretty much what I was exactly explaining to you right here on the 5-minute. Got another 5-minute level right here. So if you would like to learn that, I go live on Discord at 7:45 a.m. So I go for about 15 minutes. It's just showing you the levels. So if you're interested in that, you can I believe most of you guys are part of my Discord anyways, but if you're not, there is a link in the description below. And hope you guys have a fantastic day. If you're in the green, stay in the green. If you're in the red, maybe give yourself one more chance to get out of the red. And if you're flat, that's okay as well too. There's always tomorrow. Take care, everybody.